Yeah, yeah. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Bend on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talking about Petco. Brand new.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play, going to throw it. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down, a run with Gibson. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Throw out wide to Walker. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 9. Once more, Gibson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howe throwing on third down here. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And that'll wind up moving moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Dotson in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready, break. Drill, 52. Set.
On play action, Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Lance now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Ready?
Charbonnet is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Again, it's Charbonnet. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Walker, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A handoff running left is Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 and third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Lance. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And now the rookie's free. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Sam. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw, Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Dotson in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Now trying to pick it up on third. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Back to the ground with Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Second down, Howell back to pass. Right side, there's Likely with it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here now, 3rd and a yard. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring that 4th down here.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Lance going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Black Ultra. Set.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Brown. Down to the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Gibson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And Howe will throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
Lance now on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Then we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And Lance will try again on second down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now throwing on first down here.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Derek Hall
In there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Howell.
And that is incomplete.
As soon as he moved down, began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just a tough.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Commanders.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Out of the air on 1st and 10. Finds his receiver, Watson. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Being chased out left.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this hit.
There he goes, left side.
He's on his way.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Throwing now is Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Back to throw, Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Howell. He's got it to Gibson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense just playing.
Back now in Seattle, Washington.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing here, Howell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. 2nd down, Howell now. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Howell out of the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands of Fant.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is down to 11, 28-17. After the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
22 middle.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Fight. 97. Check. Cut.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Gibson again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Gibson toss right.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Here's 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. That is caught.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington,